It's a tradition in the yoga world to practice this 108 Sun Salutations on the summer solstice every year, so it happens all over the world. Hundreds of yogis come together to practice and celebrate the life-giving energy of the sun. We did it last year, and I thought this year it was particularly poignant because we've been through some very dark times recently, and just thought it would be nice to come together. So obviously originally it's 21st tomorrow, but we were thinking the summer solstice would be the day that social distancing would be over and we'd be able to come together in the hundreds maybe, but obviously that wasn't a reality, but we still had a good turnout and just really nice to be together, practice together, and the sun came out for us, didn't it? For the 2 hours that we were moving.
There is something really special, and we're so lucky to be able to practice down here at the sea, at the ocean, because that breathing, the in and the out, it's as we are moving, we are meditating, and we're doing that breath in and out, and it feels as if you're breathing with the sea, so you're really connecting to where we are, and that's quite special.
Very special.
So the sun definitely put his hat on, didn't he?
Certainly.
Number 3, he came out and was with us. He or she, the body, and was with us for the whole of the practice, pretty much. And then just as we finished, it started to go a bit dark, didn't it, and grey.
But it was like, it's that sort of bit of gratitude for being appreciated. Decided to show its face.
It's quite a dynamic, energetic flow, and it's not something. It's just you need to be able to.
There's lots of modifications of the movement, so it can be made very simple for people that are less mobile or have joint issues or whatever. So, but yeah, we spend 5 weeks preparing, so we build it up gradually. We do 20 and then add another 20 each week. So. It's more of a meditation than anything. So it's a practice of the mind, you really have to stay with it. I notice when I'm leading it, if my mind wanders, I forget what number I'm on or what side, so you really have to stay focused. And after the first sort of 40 or 50 even, something happens, and you just get into that zone and it just becomes more automatic. So the movement itself doesn't have to be too demanding. As I said, it can be modified and made quite simple, but it's more the mental challenge, I think, and that's what yoga is about, really. Being able to find that union of breath, mind, and body, and not be dragged away by the busy mind. So it's great practice for that.
So 108 is quite a significant number in the sort of ancient yogic and Ayurvedic scriptures. They talk about there being 108 main nadi points in the body, and your nadis are your energetic channels. But the number 108 goes back even further. There, in numerology, if you're into that, there are lots of significances. So there are 108 diameters of the sun, is it?
The distance between here and the sun is approximately 108 times the diameter of the sun.
Yeah.
So look, there are so many, aren't there?
there's
So,
loads.
there's 108 beads on a mala as well. If
Yes.
anyone's got a mala, they can count there.
So
If
when,
there aren't 108, it's wrong.
when you're doing your chanting, so when the Buddhist monks would chant, they would chant a mantra 108 times. And
So they'd have the fingers on the beads and
Yeah,
then move to the next
move
one
them.
for each chant. Salutation, salute. It's kind of a greeting or a thanks, you know. So yeah, it's basically to say honouring and to thank the sun for its life-giving energy. So in Hinduism, the sun is seen as the light of consciousness. So you know, without the sun, there would be no consciousness. So we're raising money for the International Association of Human Values because it's a charity that came to my attention because they have been raising money to supply oxygen concentrators to hospitals in India during their COVID crisis. And you know, India has a special place in my heart, and I think in Becca's too. And you know, as it does to many yoga teachers, you know, both did our training in India, and that is actually where I had my first sort of profound experience through a yoga practice, and it changed my life. So yeah, it has a very special place in my heart.
the physical practice of yoga is effectively gives you the sort of strength of body and mind to sit and meditate. So that having that flexibility, you know, to sit and, you know, meditate
And be
fast,
comfortable
sitting
there.
still and being comfortable is really hard.
Yeah,
We
if you
can't
don't,
do it in
yeah.
our Western bodies very easily. Yeah, so that's what it's all about. But
Yeah. Feeling good, very energised after 108 Sun Salutations, yeah. Next year, the 21st should be on a Tuesday.
you don't have to be able to put your foot over your head or don skin-tight lycra and chant mantras. It really is for everyone.
Yoga isn't a shape, it's a way of being, you know, and it's more about how you are in a position, not how you get into a position, you know, just like it's more an inner thing. So turn up as you are, I'd say, and start from there.